Okay, welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day on this beautiful, echo. Let me get rid of myself. Sounds good though. Sounds good and looks good. A little bit of latency, but not bad. Sounds good, looks good, everything going all right. A little bit of sunlight getting in my face there. Messing up, what are you gonna do? Anyway, hope everyone's having a great day. Morning lifers. Hi everybody out here on the live stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful time and a wonderful day out there in crypto land. Bitcoin, I got it on the 1 minute here. I also have it on the 4 hour. So I'm just kind of giving you guys the skinny. Now on that 1 minute, taking a bit of a dump. Hit a nice high of 40,951. That was your target. Now it's coming down, bouncing off that 50-day moving average. Let's see what happens. Battling it out here for a bit of a retest somewhat, but it is breaking out of this ascending triangle that it was in on the 1 minute. And it was almost in the similar type of position, but it was in that falling wedge that broke to the upside. That is still extremely, extremely bullish. You can see we are getting overbought on the 4 hour, telling me that we're going to have to flag out, maybe come down and touch the 21. So look for Bitcoin to probably come back and retrace for the afternoon. Don't be surprised if you see 38,000, 39,200. Don't be surprised. Don't be scared. Don't be worried. It's okay. It's okay, right? Bitcoin breaking 40K is a big deal. It's nice. You can see it's in this bowl now, forming these big bowls like we see a lot. It might form a handle. This might turn into a cup and a handle. So look for a handle. Don't be worried about a little bit of a handle here. Even if we come down to 37.9, 37.5, I wouldn't be worried. Be extremely bullish. It would just be a handle on this beautiful cup. And we may not even do that. So don't worry. I'm just giving you guys the possible bearish scenario that could occur. But for the most part, I am bullish. Like a month from now, if you were to just go into a cryogenic freezer and freeze yourself and come back on out, you'd be pleasantly surprised if you ask me. Nice. See more sub. I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for everybody in the live stream. Really appreciate you guys coming on in. And don't worry, the subs will come with the good value. You just got to produce good value and life will take care of itself. So we see that we're on the 4 hour and my target here is $60,000. 342, but let's not split hairs here. $60,000 target for Bitcoin, right? Has to break this level, but that is the measured move. That is just simply the measured move. I am not a magician. I'm not making this stuff up. Measured move, and I gave it a little something because actually, if I tilted it up, it really was the measured move. You could go a little low, but I gave it a little push down because on a bullish scenario, you always get a little more than the measured move. You'd be surprised how big these pumps can get. So 60K was kind of my projected idea. Once they get to 58, they're going to push it up. That psychological want, that yearn for 60K. So Bitcoin 60K, that would give it a 50% increase, right? From the 40K. About, yeah. It's going to grow 20% on that 40K. So 50% move for Bitcoin, right? What will that do to the rest of the market? And that's what I want to break down right now. Are alts going to get slammed and slaughtered? And some alts are up huge today. Some alts aren't not. We're going to look at that. We're going to look at the positions. We're going to explain what's going on. And we're going to break it down. So we're going to get into it all. Russian shooter. We will get into GRT. I love GRT. I'm going to talk about that as well. So we'll get into all that. We'll talk about 1 inch. We'll talk about a little bit of a sell-off in some of these coins, but not all. Okay? And we'll show you what I see happening in the long term and the short term for Bitcoin and the altcoins. This is what you come here for, is for this dynamic. Okay? Really trying to show you what's happening between Bitcoin and the altcoins. So now we're going to get into Bitcoin dominance. So here's my 1 minute chart. Shows me we're going to 41,300. If we can continue in this uptrend, right now we're just forming the same pattern. See this pattern to the downside? This is just a microcosm of that same pattern. Okay? Let me show you what I see here. Also forming a W. If you can see that pretty clearly here on the 1 minute. I know it's just a 1 minute. It doesn't mean a lot, but I'm just kind of building you the build of the bullish picture. Like, we're building these little candles. This is what's going on inside this tiny candle here. We can't see anything. 4-hour candle, right? It has so much information. What's going on in here? This is what's going on inside this candle, which is amazing, right? Which is amazing, right? 240-minute candle, right? Which is the 4-hour, right? 60 times 4. So 60 minutes in an hour, 240 minutes. And we're looking at the 1-minute candle. So if we were to bring this up, what do we get here? 175 bars, 2 hours and 59 minutes. That's still not even a 4-hour candle. How much we saw happen in here, all happening in this candle in here. To me, it's truly amazing. It's like being a biologist in a microscope of sorts. Like, I find it absolutely fascinating every single day. It fascinates me because it's like a moving organism. 24 hours a day, never stops moving. So if we were to break out of this bull flag, gives you the target. Target is the exact same place we just measured here with the measured move. And it's uncanny because it's the same measured move that I brought from down here. Pretty interesting, to say the least. So, giving us that target of 4140, 41,400 really is the idea here. Now, it looks like Bitcoin could continue here, come down, maybe touch the trend line one more time. If it breaks that, and it gets back into the pattern, then I'm bearish. Then we have to say, well, it can't break this white trend line. That's your next position. So you could put a stop loss like right here. Because if it breaks this, that means it may fall out of the pattern. They may wick us out, but after falling through this and into the pattern again, usually could begin a bearish tones. That could then bring us back down to 40K, and then we'd have to retest 40,000 and 40,150. Actually bring this down here to that bigger level, 39,800 really. And then our next level of support is 39.5. Okay. So I'm just showing you the possibilities. I am bullish in the long term, and I'll tell you why I'm bullish. Not because I want to be, not because I have to be, because I'm watching the oscillators and I'm watching the indicators. Okay. And I'll flip on over here to the right side, and I'll send us on over to the 3-day candles. Now, these are daily candles, meaning each candle is 3 days. 3 days. Now, look at the last run Bitcoin had. 1, 2, 3. Then 1 3-day period of indecision, really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So 3, and then 6 days, 3 days, 18 days straight of bullishness on the 3-day candle. We've had 1, 2, 3, 1, 4 days. And this looks like it wants to replicate some type of pump here. We're seeing something go on. We break this level, we're back into price discovery, and anything is possible at that point. People that were waiting, a lot of people were being told, even people in my group. What's going on, XRP Muser, my man? Thank you so much for jumping on into the group. A lot of people were being told, even by people in my group, to wait for 22K. Wait for 22K. And what I want to say is that's dangerous talk. And then people were saying, oh, you will get your subscribers wrecked. I'll bring it out right now. People tell me that to my face in my own group this morning. You will get your subscribers wrecked. I didn't even kick the person out of my Telegram group. I found that actually nice, honestly. I could have immediately blocked him and just deleted him out of my life. But that's not what I'm about. I'm about trying to show people the way. I also wish he would stay and eventually learn what I'm trying to teach. I know now that he has refused to really watch my lives and learn. Like, he supports me, he wants to be in my group, he likes me as a person. No, and I love that. But you know what? I'm not trying to be everybody's best friend. I'm trying to help you make gains. You don't have to like me to make money off my channel. You see what I'm saying? And honestly, I want you to like me. Of course, I want us all to be super happy. But at the end of the day, my job is to provide you gains. That is my job. Provide you value, and then provide you the ability to find the same gains that I find. To be able to replicate my lifestyle for yours. If you so choose to like this type of lifestyle. I put my lifestyle out on the world as a crypto lifer. And if you like that lifestyle, if that's what you're into, if that's what you gravitate towards, then let's get it together. And obviously we're going to like each other, and you don't have to believe me every time, and you don't have to agree with me every time. And honestly, I was just kind of joshing too. I woke up this morning and I saw Bitcoin price, and I just thought it was funny. Someone bet me $100 that Bitcoin would go to 22K, and I just, maybe I was being a smartass. Okay, fine. I'm not perfect. So I woke up this morning and I was like, hey man, how's that 100K bet, bro? You made people so much money. If you have haters, you know you're doing something right. You know, a leader must be hated. It's simple. And so, yeah, I guess if you go through history, there was no leader that was never hated. You know what I'm saying? And Shooter sent me, man. Shout out to Zach Rios. Thank you for coming on into the live stream. Thank you for Shooter sending you on in, man. Really appreciate that. Coming on into the live stream. Every single person that wants to be a lifer, I appreciate it. And yeah, so I was just talking about this morning in my group. I was joshing with somebody in my Telegram group, and I was like, he bet me $100 that Bitcoin will go to 22K before we'll go to 54K. So I'm waiting for this 54K. He's waiting for 22K. And when it boomed up today, you know, look at these green candles. I just made a joke and said, hey, you know, how's that bet looking, man? And I said, you know, whenever you say something, I said I bet against it. It usually works out pretty well, you know. I was like, I counter trade your trades. I was just being funny though. Is sometimes I really did counter trade his trades. In all honesty, I was talking honest truth. Like he would say something, and I would be like, I think I'm just gonna he'd be like, this looks like it's gonna drop big time, and I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna go long here. And like I did it a few times just to try it with like a few $100. Like he'd say something and I'd counter trade, and I actually would make money. And so I was like, One time I got out of a big trade. I was in Aave for 6,000 at $60. And he was like, going down, man, get out. And like I got scared and like thought he was possibly right and sold my Aave. I told myself never listen to that dude ever again. And ever since and I usually listen to myself. Things worked out way better for me. I'm just being honest, man. And a lot of people don't like honesty, I guess. You know what I'm saying? They just don't like the honesty. And it's Saturday. So Saturday is a day where we get a little mixy. We get a little fun. You know, it's not all business. Monday through Friday, it's business, right? We're hitting the gold. We're hitting the Dow Jones. We're talking about life. We're going through Bitcoin. And I'm still going to break it down for you. 24/7, I'm giving you your Bitcoin. I'm going to break it down. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to make a statement like, you know, and then someone said you're getting emotional. And then I have even people that like, you know, I almost want to hit the block button, man. I'm telling you, like, and I said, you know, I'm not going to be that guy. And I said, I am emotional. I said, this is a movement. My crypto lifestyle is serious. I am emotional about it. I'm not emotional when I'm trading. Like, I'm not like, oh my God, you know, but what I am saying too is I've been buying Bitcoin since under 4K. So when someone tells me to watch my stop loss at 40,000, when I've already 10x'd my money at one point, to me, it's hilarious. And you know, if we did go to 22K, I'd be fine with my 5x. You feel me? This is what I'm trying to say. And I'm not saying I wouldn't probably take a little. And what I'm also trying to tell you guys is I'll let you know. Look at the 3-day. When this 3-day is horribly bearish, and it's looking horrible, which was happening right here. See this? We had a cross here, and I showed you guys the 3-day, and I said, guys, I'm getting a little worried. The stochastics are high. I circled them. I said, you know, we'll see how much is Bitcoin going to retrace here, you know? And look, from here, we did retrace. But now the Stokes are reset on the 3-day. The 3-day. And someone's betting me we're going to go to 22K. I mean, does he not know how to read an oscillator? Or is he drinking the Elliott wave juice? I just don't know what's going on. I try to educate people. What I do is if you're new to my channel, I educate. I use the MACD, the RSI, the stochastics RSI. I use these three things in conjunction, and I pattern trade. I use patterns. I put every single thing that I can inside of a pattern. I find patterns on the 1 hour. I find patterns on the 4 hour. Look at Bitcoin here. It was in an inverted head and shoulder. Inverted head and shoulder. Told me that it was going to go to the upside. I had a target there. And so what happened? Look, Bitcoin went to the upside. It was also inside what's called a bull flag, which is like a wedged price action where the price should be resetting further down and touching lower Fibonacci levels. But it does not. It goes sideways to the left, down a little bit, or straight a little bit. These are bullish scenarios. It resets bigger time frame stochastic RSIs like the 3-day, but yet the price, and yes, the price resets. It has to come down a little bit, but that's a nice little retest, nice little correction. Think, we went all the way to 42K from 20K. There was going to be some type of test, and we tested the 29,000 area. That was our test, and we moved on. Shout out Hadouken, and shout out to Trade Intuition. Shout out to Zach. Shout out to Crypto Cody. Thanks for everyone up in the group, man. And so check it out. When we look at this, right, and we break down where Bitcoin's going, I'm sticking with the 3-day. And I'm going to have this run up. This is going to be a beautiful run up. Just like we had this run up here. This was the 20K to 40K run up on the 3-day. You see it clearly. Stochastics were low. We're down here at 17K. Look, right here, I'll circle it. It matches up with this area. Who else is showing you this type of stuff? Who else is thoroughly breaking it down? And then you want to back test this stuff? Like every time we're on the 3-day and the stochastics were this low, let me show you every time. And let's see if you bought a bunch of Bitcoin down here. Preferably low, on the low. Let's see how many times it would have hurt or helped you. This, look, you would have bought here and ran it up. At that point, you would have maybe wanted to take some profits. So let's look at these. You see what I'm doing here is I'm making lines here, right? So this one would have been okay. So here's your first one. Bitcoin at 35.5. You would have been kind of low. Or maybe this is where you would have went in, because I want to talk about below the dotted line. So you would have went to the 3-day and you would have purchased as much Bitcoin as you could in this, and these are each 3-day candles. So in this probably 12-day period, you would have sat and gobbled up some Bitcoin between November 9th of 2018 and December 1st. So about a month, actually. So from November 15th to December 15th, even, you could just say for 1 month, you bought as much Bitcoin as you could. So that would have been a great place to accumulate Bitcoin, right? Look, you eventually would have gotten all the way up to 13, 14K. You would have had to have taken profits to make this work. But yes, and that coincides pretty much, here you might have sold here too because you were high. And if you just wanted to accumulate for a longer period in time. Now then we had the pandemic, okay. But this would have put you in at the bottom on the pandemic too. And I use this. I ended up buying Bitcoin right here. Okay. And some XRP. Here's another place you could have bought, right? On the low on the stochastics. And you see that would have given you a $9,000 and we would have been up to $12,000. That's a nice 30% gain on Bitcoin. And it actually ended up going, pretty close to your buy again. But eventually you could have held or sold up here and then you could have bought back again. And this would have put you in at that beautiful $9,600 level, $9,500 to $10,000 level. And then boom, off to the moon. Off to the damn moon, right? And then look, this brought us down. We came up. Now this time, Now this time we reset. And this is what I want to talk about. This is how you know. Go to bigger time frames. Juxtapose the price action with the stochastics RSI. When you see you have flat price action like this. See this? Bouncing. But the stochastic brings you to the downside. You see that? That's a huge indication that something's going down in the very bullish sense of the word. Is cake still a good buy, or is it too late for someone that was saying they see it going to $6 or $7? I see it going higher. It just went down to 209 where I bought it in. I think anything from 260 to 320 is a beautiful buy. I don't think you should stress. When you're in a bigger bull market, your ranges shouldn't be as close. Shouldn't so worry about like you're penny pitching. You're not penny pitching like you're in a choppy market where you have to get in at like 175 and sell at like 215, where you only get these little moves, and if you don't get them, it's back to 265 again. And that's what we were used to for a while. We were getting slammed like that. That was the lifestyle. But things are changing now. So let me just get back into this deep analysis for you guys for Bitcoin. So you can see this flat line here on the 3-day. And you can see that the stochastics began to go down right here on this peak. But as the stochastics went down, the price went to the side. That tells you that something is brewing. That's like a spring being loaded, and someone's pushing, because the price should come down on the stochastics RSI. Let's go to some regular places on the stochastics. Let's look at some regular price action before we're in a very amped up bull run, right? Where things are just kind of, this is even the bearish, right? The bearish tones when we came down. And you can see, look, we come up on the stochastics, but when the stochastics move down, what happens? The price moves down. Then we come up on the stochastics, the price comes up. And then what happens when the stokes go down? The price goes nice and flat down. Here again, down and down. And it just works. And it feels right. They work in succession. And even at the beginning of the bull run, look, they're up. But then they come down and price went down. And then they're up. Price went down a little bit. And they're up here. Price went down. But all of a sudden they were up. Price didn't go down. It didn't follow 1, 2, 3 other scenarios. So that's got to tell you something, that something is going on in the price action. There's something brewing. And this is telling you, this is all showing human psychology and human interaction. So what this is telling you is that there's a lot of people who really want to buy this thing. Now bring that in with a MACD that was supposed to have a bearish cross, like all the other times. Let's bring that into your, your ideas here. So up, down, up. Wait, you don't want to go down? You want to do what I call is the flip up, the flip. You don't want to come and touch, right? Oh, now you want to come down here. Here's your beautiful correction we had. Oh, but now you just want to take it to the top again? And don't forget how high this can go. Okay? You could see this at levels you've never dreamed. So what I'm trying to show you is bet his kids get away with nothing. He is charting them too. I was on my kid this morning, to be honest. This guy is so boss. He's able to run a nursery for kids in the background while trading gajillions. Oh my gosh. Thank you, San Elmo. I appreciate that. I have one daughter. She's upstairs being loud. Could you turn that down a little bit? People think I'm running a nursery over here. Oh my God. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate that. Yo, this is real life. Crypto lifer, man. This is the real deal. This is it, man. There's nothing else. So check it out. And shout out to BS Social. I feel horrible now that he wanted to leave the group. I hope he comes back. But these are the indications that I'm preaching to you guys. And they seem simple at first, right? But I'm building you a story. I'm building you a picture of what's going on for Bitcoin. So flat tones, reset in the RSI, stochastics RSI. That's huge. When you see that, it tells you something. It also came with a bearish cross that just never happened on the MACD. Look, green to red. Green to red, green to red, green to red, green to red, green to green? People want this asset. People like this. People want to get down. And you could start doing this. You could start doing this right now and say we were just in a bull pennant the whole time. People were freaking out. See what I'm saying? We were never, ever bearish. We were forming the pennant that we always form. $72,000 target on the 3-day. Let the good times roll. Let the stochastics RSI make their way back to the top. Beautiful W here on a larger time frame. And boom, there you go. If you play the 3-day and once you get into a larger bull market, expand your time frames. Stop shrinking your time frames. When you shrink your time frames, when things are tough, when you have to get in and out, when the market is choppy, when you don't have access. But when Bitcoin is doing its thing, when the market is rolling, and then I'm going to bring you to the next idea. How do you know the market is rolling? How do you know then? Well, okay, so you're looking at Bitcoin, and I'm bullish on Bitcoin, but Crypto Lifer, how do you know? What other indicators can you use to back up this scenario? And that's when people bring bearish scenarios at me. Fine, bring your bearish scenario to me in the group. But when you do, show me your total 2 chart with your target. Show me your total chart with your target. Show me your DeFi perp with your target. Show me your Bitcoin chart with your target. Show me your Bitcoin dominance chart with your target. Show me all 5 of those charts at once, in a little package, and say, this is why I think Bitcoin's going to 22K. And I won't laugh at you and make a mockery of you. Okay? And make jokes. But if you come out of here, out the face, talking about 22K, and you have no portfolio to back it up, you do not have a proper basis on it, then, you know what I'm saying? Then I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to you. I can't take people serious. I can't take your calls seriously if you're not doing the work. That's just you know what I'm saying? And that's what it comes down to. Can't draw tons of lines on a screen and point to 22K and let me think that's cool for beginners to come in my group and learn. You remember, I owe it to beginners and people that are coming in to have integrity. Sometimes I need to be sharp on other people. I need to be a little brash on other people to protect the integrity of the group at all times. And I don't care if sometimes it makes me look like the bad guy. Because as I said before, I am not here to be everybody's best friend. I am here to help you understand how to trade, and I'm here to help you understand how to make gains. Okay? Today I had a funny laugh with a friend of mine. He texted me this morning and he was like, wow, I got into Bitcoin. I bought 3 of them at 30. I think he got in at 36 and a half. Then he bought some more at 34 and a half. And he cost averaged at 34, 35. And when it was going down to 31, 32, he was down, because he had 3 or 4. I think he bought 4 actually. He said he was down 12,000 and he couldn't believe how I could hold Bitcoin. And he's like, what's going on? And he just kept going dude, what's going on? And what is that? Are you the butcher in the BitBoy Lab lifer? You never know, man. You never know. That would be something I could never really fully disclose, honestly. Yeah. But I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. And now we're going to look at total and total too. And this is total on the 3-day. Total market cap. Look at my market cap going up to 1.5. At 1.5, you may want to start to think about taking profits. It's up to you, though. It's completely up to you. No, he's not. We talked about this. Alejandro from Twitter is the butcher. I don't think so. Yeah. Giving you those meats, giving you little cuts of meat, giving you my freshest cuts of meat, So now I'm bullish on the 3-day. You expand, and what we were just talking about, we were talking about expanding your time frames in a bullish market and why it's so important to understand these cycles and why it's understanding. And that's why you watch this channel, because it comes from years of doing this. This isn't something you can convey in a session of watching, this is something that comes from years. These are epiphanies that I have as I show you things that I'm channeling because I'm out here doing it. So I think it just becomes part of the universal consciousness that gets blessed out into the channel. And look, total crypto market cap. We're on the 3-day double bottom here, guys. Focus. We're moving up with the MACD curving. Yes, we are getting overbought, but look, in a bull run, we shouldn't get too low. Stochastics RSI really are one of the greatest indicators. I've been trusting them. They beat up the MACD. When the MACD is about to have a cross, but these are showing you they're going up. Look, MACD was about to cross here. Stochastics probably did a V. If the stochastics are pointing up, but the MACD is pointing to the downside, 9 out of 10 times, I think even 10 out of 10 times, the stochastics will win this battle, meaning the indication that the stochastics RSI are giving you are going to be stronger than what the MACD is giving you. I've now backtested this in theory and have found it to be true. You will find it to be true again if you do enough trading as me. These things will become apparent to you in the chart. Charts like wearing 3D glasses in a way. You know how you have to put on 3D glasses to see everything? If you stay in the charts long enough, things start to pop out at you that you didn't see before. It's as if you have 3D glasses on again. You know what I'm saying? So, say what again? I have no idea what I said. I say things that are just insane. Okay. So, again, we're looking at that 3-day. We're also looking at that daily. The daily is getting a little spent. Remember that. So we may reset here or flag, and that's okay. You know, now we understand, okay, we flag, we reset. I'm not going to get scared. My whole portfolio isn't going down the drain. This was a bigger retest here. This is a bigger correction. I believe this is going to be a lot smaller. Let's look at the last few times we were up here on the daily though. Here, and we came down from 578 all the way back down to 488. We would come and reset, double bottom, and then pan up. And we would leave and rocket ship off from 522 and get to about 694. What a beautiful push right there, right? 680 looks like the high even. Then we would retrace back to the 21-day moving average. Remember that. We're going to have to kiss that again too. So this is going to come up and creep up. Looks like we'll go sideways and this will touch for the total market cap. We may cool off at this $1.2 trillion level at this moment in time. We hit 1.260 on our way to 1.486, 1.5 really. I think we'll eventually pushing all the way up to that 1.5 trillion, that psychological level of 1.5 trillion. I wouldn't be surprised, because look how high we are on the stochastics, and we could do a double bottom up here. Remember that. Let's see what happened in the last double bottom of the stochastics with the price, and we stayed pretty flat. See that? And then we even continued to the upside. So if we're right, we could be right here, which we were right here the last time. And look, stochastics came down as the price even went to the upside. Then we curled, came down a little bit. Now we came down a little bit though. See how price came down with it? Kind of went up on the curve. As the curve happened, we crescendoed. We came back down, bounced off the 21-day, rounded up, and then we would just go on a tear then. Look at that. Now that's a beautiful thing. And we were just talking about that, right? We were talking about this level on the 3-day. And this is probably a similar area it was. And this is where Bitcoin was sitting. And you can see if the stochastics go to the downside. Just want to point this out again. And we go flat on the price action. It's telling you something huge is about to happen. That's a spring about to load. Yeah, the MACD and the Stokes. The Stokes will tell you more of a story. You can trust them a little more than the MACD. Use them in conjunction with the MACD. The MACD is going to show you when the momentum is falling off. It's going to give you cooler visual indications of when to get in or when to trust a more aggressive buy, right? Lifer, can we please look at Kudos USD on KuCoin and Kudos sure, it's called Kudos. Let's take a look for you on a wonderful Saturday. Even though what I'll do is I'll take tickers in and out. We'll get to total and total 2. I want to finish everything though. So here, I'm going to duplicate this up. I'll have a ticker window and then we'll go back. But total 2, I don't know if I've convinced you guys enough. I am showing you that the daily wants to cool off. So don't be surprised if we have a little bit of a pullback. Or we just go sideways. Tomorrow looks like it's going to be the Super Bowl. A lot of people don't want to trade. I'm not going to be sitting there trading. I'm going to be getting ready, cooking with the family, doing my thing. Could be a day off for crypto. Could be kind of a slower day. You have to look at that sentiment, that idea, and that actually rounds out with this. So all we want is the daily to reset. As the daily resets, the 3-day will continue to make its beautiful climb. But you could forget about looking at the daily and just trust the 3-day and do your thing. Look at that weekly, about to have another pump up to the upside. No signs of curling to the downside yet, but we are getting high here. But maybe that can get higher. Interesting. We are a little overbought on the weekly. So that's something to watch out for. Something with the 2-week as well and the monthly. Monthly is also getting pretty high. So monthly was, but look what the monthly did on the last run. It got high up in here. So it got high at wow. Interesting. So that means we can stay up here for a while. So we're just getting started. Just getting started. It's actually a really good sign. Interesting. So when I try to find bearish tones, I find more bullish ones. Even here. Same thing with total 2. Let's get into Kudos for you and take a look at what's going on. I don't know Kudos. I don't think I've ever looked at it, so this will be fun. It will be a brand new look for me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this like a tutoring session. Say you just took a tutoring session with me today. You said, hey, I want to sit one-on-one with you. So you're sitting one-on-one with me. And I'm going to break down how I would go about everything. So the first thing I would do is I'm going to find my support and resistance lines. I'm going to mark them out. And what they are is where candle closes and where candles end. So see, candle ended here, we went in, made a line. Candle ended here. How to make a line? Just hit Alt-H, horizon. You know, horizontal line, Alt-H. Alt-V is your verticals. And so this gives me a good idea of what's going on. And then I even put these here. This is just where wicks happened, where someone had some stop losses for whatever reason. So now I have my price kind of locked in some ranges, in some zones. All right, now it's so new. It came out on January 12th. So we don't have much information about it. So what we have to do is, number one, I want to know what it is. I want to know what's going on with the coin. Because certain things are going to tell me, like 1 inch was a coin that was given free by the exchange. And I figured out what it was. So number one, 1 inch becomes more popular because it has its own coin that pushes itself and makes it more popular. And the exchange, it helps more people go to the exchange. So now the 1 inch coin becomes a little more wanted, right? But they gave it for free. And once it got to like $1 or whatever, people sold it off. So once I figured out what the 1 inch coin was, I watched it and I figured out the psychology behind the move. And like, let me take you through that for a second, because we're going to get back to Kudos. I'm building you a whole story. Sometimes I do go on a deep tangent here, but I'm giving you some really good value. I'm really locking in some things here that are going to really give you amazing value. So if we go back to 1 inch on like the 1 hour, and we take a look at really what happened, and we see that it came out, right, fresh off the boat, boomed all the way up from $1 to $3. People got it for free, and they said, wow, I'm already up all money on this 3 coin. I should sell it. Some people woke up in the next morning, oh, wow, I got a free coin. Let me sell it. Oh, some people, oh, man, I have a coin. They didn't even know they had it. You know, people are late to the party. Once they sold enough of it, it formed what we call in the game an Adam and Eve double bottom, okay? And what that is it's a V-shaped bottom here with a nice rounded butt, okay? Like this. Nice, other rounded bottom, like so. Actually, I'm gonna make this a nicer yellow, like a bright yellow. Yeah, I like that. And there's my cup, you know. And so then I said, okay, 1 inch. This is a Adam and Eve double bottom. These go at 40% gains. So we started telling people on my channel. I started talking about, you know, get into 1 inch here when it's touching $1. Then I saw this area here with this hump, 138. If it breaks 138, it's going to go up to. So now I want to see what's up with Kudos, because let's see what happens. Kudos is at 4 cents. What is it? What is it about? Kudos price token. Asset tokenization. Usually there's some information about it. Now there's really not a lot of information on it. Kudos price token, 24-hour market. So not a lot of information on Kudos. Let's go to their website. What is Kudos? Infrastructure token for Web 3.0. Now live on BitMax. Founded in 2017 by serial tech entrepreneur Matt Hawkins. Kudos highly experienced team of entrepreneurs, engineers, and data scientists are joined by world-class advisors. It was in 2017. Value. I'll be honest, of all the layer 2 Oracle, DeFi, cloud computing, scientific research, of all the websites, validators, buy, run, approve, Kudos, BitMax, KuCoin, Uniswap, CoinGecko, Algorand. Partnered with Algorand? Become a validator? That's interesting. How it has some valid, you know. And IT hardware, yet 50% of the time is infrastructure and sat there either idle or turned off. Hardware owners are winning. Environmental wins. Interesting. It's like using computing power. Like, you can share everyone's computing power all around the world. Like, kudos to you. Like, I could use what you have. That's what I'm getting from Kudos. Pretty interesting little thing you can do here with the website. Interesting. Let's see what's going on Twitter. Are they active on Twitter every single day? Are they posting once a week? 6 hours. Make sure you keep your tokens SAFU. February 5th. Okay. February 5th again. February 4th. They're still going. So now I get a little indication they have some run. You know, who retweets this? You know, 17 retweets now trending on Dex Tools. You know, I'm just trying to show you like how you do some coin research, right? You got to figure out some things about the coin, especially right now when there's a lot of hot coins. Market cap is under 10 million. That's a big deal to me because that means it has a lot of room to grow. Okay, I shorted ETH from 1700, target is 1650, 20x in futures. I saw a bearish RSI divergence. That's a great thing, man. I think Jose too also called out some bearish divergence on the 10. Okay, DeFi needs to look at DXY. Yeah, definitely need to look at DXY. We will. How long is this bull run? Do we have, would you say? I think we're going to go to about October. October is the bull run, Stone One. That's what I'm calling for, you know. Jose did say those oscillators may never come down in a bull run. Please do check Sushi. We will. We'll check Sushi. Roman Hamza, we'll check Sushi for you. Do you think that since ETH follows the total so closely, you could just use ETH chart in place of total too? Or is that just silly? I mean, no, you don't want to do that. But yeah, I agree. I know what you're saying. But you still have to give that little room to whatever wiggles in there. You know what I'm saying? Crypto Cody, I need a trading session with the trading bot Hadouken. I shorted ETH from 1700, targeted 1650, 20x futures. I saw bearish RSI divergence. All right, so kudos. We'll take a look back at the chart. For ETH, it just keeps continuing to fall. We'll take a look at the 1 hour. And there's some bearish tones for this. It is double bottoming in here, okay? It's a sign that the pain may be over. You look for some divergence at this point, which is a swing down where the price isn't swinging down anymore. I mean, this is still a kind of a swing down. Let's boom in there. Man, can you turn it down just a little bit? I got a mic. Jesus. All right, sorry guys. All right, so check it out. There's a double bottom here on kudos for ETH, but I'm not really a fan of even going over this. I don't like this too much right now. Yeah, it's at the bottom though, and it does have a low market cap. So it's like, you know, you may be grabbing something on the low. Their website was good, but it was like a little underrated compared to other ones. Like, it's not like Atom or Band. You know, it's not like in the infrastructure right now. It is unknown. I'll give that to you. It's kind of on the low right now at 4 cents. Something big could happen to this. Look at these nasty wicks on KuCoin. I'm seeing a lot of wicks on KuCoin. So just be aware. I like KuCoin. I do use it here and there. Not my favorite exchange, right? It's not my go-to place. I've been using KuCoin for years. I'm talking 3, 4, 5 years. 3 years. Ever since 2017. So I guess 4 years now. But you can see this. It broke out, broke back down. Now it's doing a double bottom. It's at the very bottom. Like, I'd like to see kudos break 5 cents and start to make a move, and then I'll look at it. I'd like to see it change some movement in these oscillators. I'd like to see, you know, show me some strength, man. Like, get above some moving averages. Yeah, you catch it on the low and you can 100x this, but I think there's other projects that are doing way better and in the spotlight right now. And I don't know, man. I'm not... If you're in this, man, you may want to... I don't know. I don't want to tell you what to do, but I'm happy I didn't buy any of this, and I'm hoping that it... I'm not a fan of this at all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that's rude. It's just not me, man. I'm not telling anyone to... Because sometimes I go over a chart, and it's like someone may jump in and think, oh, he likes this. So, like, I do not like kudos. Not a fan of it, okay? Making that loud and clear to everybody here. All right? Not putting $1 into that project. Hey, it may 100x, and you'll look back and be like, wow, what a dummy. It's at $400 a coin, and he was talking about it at 4 cents. And it probably is. It's at the bottom. It looks like it's a possible play of strength. But to me, it's just like it's getting 17 retweets. And you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get honest here about it. Like it's not Atom. It's not Band. It's not Waves. It's not Sand. It's not Ocean. It's not TRX. It's not Theta. Like, it doesn't have a community. It's not moving forward. It's not SNX with the derivatives market in the DeFi. It's not Aave. It's not EGLD. Like there's just so many other things. It's not Parsec. It's just there's so many other things that are not in line with it, right? So some coins are down, some coins are red, some coins are green. We're going to show you some of the red coins right now, possible things to gobble up, right? This is what you're here for. You want to see what's going on. Bondly taking a nice little hit down at 34. Maybe a nice gobble up on Bondly. Let's take a look at Bondly on that 4 hour. Bondly resetting, getting low on the stochastics RSI. Let's take a look at the daily. Daily is a little high for Bondly, but it's brand new. It could reset. Does have to reset a little bit. It is pretty high, but it could go sideways, I think, and reset on that daily. I wouldn't worry about the daily too much since it's such a new coin. I would focus on this 4 hour for now. And what I like for Bondly is it's in this falling wedge, but it's starting to be strong. Starting to do its thing. Might take a nibble 34. Hopefully it gets back down. It could hit the low here at 25. But that's nibble time in my opinion. You know, and will it form some divergence? Let's take a look here on the 1 hour. 1 hour getting really close to hidden bullish divergence as we have a swing to the upside here. The price comes down a little bit more. It'll swing this RSI more. We will have what's called hidden bullish divergence. So there's a possible chance we're waiting on hidden bullish. That's if we have a swing low to a swing low here in the price, which creates a nice uptrend. But we have a swing low to swing low, creates a nice downtrend here. And with that being said, actually, there is it right here, kind of somewhat. No, it's not there. But if we could get it, it would be pretty cool. So watch Bondly, something to look out for. Might want to take a nibble on Bondly when you get a chance. BNB just continuing to rip. We'll talk about that right now. EGLD continuing to rip. One of my favorite coins in the game. I'm focused on certain coins now. I'm not focused on running around at trading. I'm trying to get you guys through the bull run to make the most possible gains. IOST, my baby cake. We're going to talk about what's going on in the game. I was talking about IOST before anybody, a lot of other people were. Really, I was one of the only YouTubers who put it in my top 10 list. If you go back to my top 10 coins, IOST up in the game. You know, Algo taking a bit of a hit, right? Might be a nice day. SNX, I think it's a nice time to gobble up some SNX. It did form this channel, broke to the upside. It did come back down. Not a great sign. We are forming a wedge here, coming back to the upside. Hope we don't make a head and shoulders here. I'm going to be watching that intently. Maybe this is a possible retest of this zone. You know, we're just kind of coming down here, hitting that 21-day moving average, and we're going to move to the upside yet again. So we'll see what happens with SNX. Right now, I am bullish on it. Let's check out the daily, though. Daily still has room to go. Curving down, though, some lack of bullish momentum right here for a second. We'll see what happens. I'm very bullish on SNX in the long run. Like in the next 3, 4, 5 months, I believe it's going to do some amazing, amazing things. So, Crypto Cody, I don't know any kudos, but I'm watching it. Lifer, I posted in Telegram. Let's take a look at what you posted in the Telegram group. Let's see what's going on. Love that low cap and DeFi. I found kudos because it got added to KuCoin. Love the low cap and DeFi. So it is a low cap DeFi. So that's pretty interesting too. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining in and jumping on into the live stream. We have 27 people watching, 10 likes. Can we convert those watchers into likes so we can convert more people into watchers and we can get this show on the road? So please hit that like button. Get it moving for me. Basically, if you like what you're seeing here, hit the like button. It means that much to me. It's how YouTube gauges our channel and how it helps me move forward. Again, you might meet someone that you actually really like. It's happened to me. It's happened to other people. They join the group. They hit the like button. Someone else comes into the group through the algorithm. They end up being friends with that person in my Telegram group. They end up having a cool relationship. They find out that it's a cool way to find someone you actually want to entertain. So hit the like button. You may actually find a cool friend online. No lie. I know it sounds corny, but it's true. Sand going all the way back to 15 and then getting pumped back down. Sand on an amazing pump. Could have just held Sand for my 4-cent buy there, and woof, we got it at 4 cents. I did sell when it went up to like about 12. I sold at 11.9. It's pretty close to my sell again right now at 12.9. I don't own any Sand at the moment though. It was a nice buy here in this accumulative bubble. We talk about this too. If you want to learn how to accumulate coins, we really showed you guys the way in the last 2 months. I probably made 1,000 of these cups, and we talked about cup and handles, buying on the cup, getting in on the cup, what cups mean, Wyckoff accumulation, how to accumulate, when to accumulate, why to accumulate. the basics of accumulation, the fundamentals of accumulation, what coins do accumulate, why, when to accumulate them, the right side of the cup, how to accumulate them, where to get them, how to buy them, why are they interesting, why are they new, and just like we brought you so many coins. We hit you with EGLD, we hit you with, and we're talking in November, we're talking in October, we're talking about these coins before a lot of other people were really discussing them, you know, getting onto the new DeFi coins, man. Now look what's up today. Look what's up today. You have DNT making some big moves. Someone asked about DNT, private messaged me. I said hit the live stream. Take a look at DNT, District OX, doing its thing. And you can see it formed this kind of like this wedged channel, but you can also bowl this. And whenever you can put something in a bowl, guys, I'm telling you, that's where you want to start. You want to cut that bowl in half, and then you want to start grabbing in the middle and on the sides of the bowl on the way up. You want to stop buying when you get to basically the top end of the bowl. That's when you want to finish your accumulation. Now, we could go up and down, think you go sideways, but from there you're done, and then boom. You just wait patiently. You just wait patiently. And same thing happened here. You could have gotten at 10 cents, could have got here at 9 cents, could have got here at 12.5, and now you're sitting at 22.9, sitting pretty on your District OX, up actually very close to all-time highs, because it really only has this wick here, so it could easily get itself back all the way up to 31, you know. So now you can just see what's going on. I talk about Unify on the channel every single day. I talked about it numerous times. I said Unify follows Uni. It's very similar to T-Fuel and Theta. I talked about it. Look, and I talk about cup, handle. We talk about the double handle, triple handles now. How there will be a cup with a handle. The handle will break out into another handle. The first time I ever saw it, honestly, or I ever really identified it for myself and really ingrained it into my memory, was when I saw it with Cake. You know, and I'll always remember that now. Like, Cake will always be in my mind as my first really double handle. It was one of the first double handles that happened, and like, this is like a quadruple handle. And what you can see is it's continuing to create cup and handles as well. Like, and that's what I've been seeing as well. I've been seeing cup and handles create more cup. Look, here's your cup. There's your handle, right? Here's your cup. There's your handle. Ooh, move the fibs. There's your handle. Okay? So, and we came down. Look, we came to the 786. Did a double bottom here. Look at the double bottom. We talk about this stuff. I go over just the basics all the time. Keep it simple, man. Double bottoms break to the upside. That's a cup with a handle. Boom. Big targets on these cup and handles. You learn what a cup and handle is. That's all you really had to do, was understand what a cup and handle is, man. And look, these levels just broke. And Unify now is in the moon and is off to find its brother Uni in the 20s. You know, we'll see what happens now. We have to go to like a 7-minute time frame and see what's going on, 5-minute time frame, and take a look at what we see now. To me, it looks like a descending triangle of types, but could also be a pennant. It's very bullish. People are fiending. But watch this Unify, and I went over it numerous times. So I just, even when sometimes I didn't even thoroughly go over it, but I just say, hey guys, Unify follows Uni. It's at $10. Right now it's at 17, 70% gains in the last few days, easy on Unify. Now it looks like it wants to break out and get all the way up to 22 on the 5-minute. That 15 minutes ready to go, wait for that to reset down here. You jump down here on an alert and boom. This could be payday. Even more coming, because it's like one of the hot coins today. UOS is hot today. Huge pump, came back down from that 18, but not doing bad from where it started. Pumping just on February 6th, starting at like 15 and then beginning its pump down here off the 21-day moving average. Unbelievable. SHR having a little bit of a pump, 17% gains today. About time. SHR has been kind of sad. Not doing a lot, you know. Not being talked about, not really in the game, but is forming this low level here. at about 1.5 cents. So SHR, man, come on. You got to do more than this. You got to do more than this. But hey, it's a sleeper holder that I think is going to come out with bigger news and people are going to freak out about. So stay tuned for more. QDM up 15%. BNB up. IOST having a nice pump back to 2 cents. Look, IOST in the bull. Like I tell you, cut the bull in half. Here's your bull. Start buying on the right side of the bull. There's your buy. I circled it here. Here's another buy. These are your last few chances. It's now going to make a handle, and then it's going to explode. Okay? So I just explained it to you there. IOST is something you can work on yourself. Find out if you could do what I did. Believe in the bull. Draw the bull, and you believe in the bull. Use the bull to your advantage. Look, the handle's going to get made by the stochastics. They're going to do something like this and have to come down on the 4 hour. That's going to create a handle. Then the stochastics are going to be ready on that spot. And look, the daily has room to move. So the daily's ready to rock. Look for the 4 hour to make a handle and the daily to take over. This is a huge trade. I'm going to make this call right now, actually. IOST wants to be at all-time highs. Has not fully really exploded yet. Had a half a pop, consolidated in that area. It's starting to break out. Okay? Of the pattern that it was in. It is breaking out. This is a clear breakout. This is the daily. It's now having the candle close above this area, above this line of resistance that it was clearly in. It was in a bull as well. On the daily. Look at the daily, guys. Remember what I said about zooming out to bigger time frames. This is a small DeFi play. 2 cents now. It was half a penny not too long ago. Okay? December 28th, you get this for 0.006 on a low wick at 0.004, really, right? Yeah. Under half a penny, you could have bought this on December 24th. Christmas Eve, baby. This was the gift of givers. And it did go all the way up in a very small period of time. 463% gains on IOST. I took all those. I rode this pump from beginning to end. I still have IOST. I never sold it. I came down here. I held my position. Should have definitely sold this. I'll be honest. But a lot of things were up. A lot of things were up. Look how far away I was from the 21-day moving average, which I always talk about. I talk about taking profits when you're this far away from the 21-day moving average. But instead, I just added to some bags here and here. And boom. I think this is on its way to the moon. So look for this, man. This is a huge call here. I'm going to give the call. I'm going to show you how we give the call. And I'm going to place it into the chat group right now. So this is an official call. Again, don't do anything you see me on the channel do on this channel. But if you'd like to get closer to me and get to know how we trade and figure things out, please join the Telegram in the link below. And that's where we can say and do whatever we'd like. But here on YouTube, please don't do what you see me do on this channel. This is for entertainment purposes only. So here is your B zone. Check it out. Number one, on any given trade, I always say only use 1% of your portfolio as your stop loss. I'm going to teach you this right now too. Remember, this is like a tutoring session I'm giving you for free. If you sat with me and got a tutoring session with me, you would be given so much information. We would sit down, I would cover everything, and then you could ask any question you wanted at any moment. Like, wait, why is that there? Why when I do this, it doesn't happen? Someone told me this, but it doesn't seem to be happening the way they said it is. And I can figure it all out for you right there on a one-on-one. And that's why people have one-on-ones, because you can ask the questions that you've been meaning to ask your whole life. You know? That sometimes don't dawn on you at first. That sometimes you don't realize. But once you're with someone who's sitting one-on-one with you and giving you the deep information, that's where the questions come out. And because you did the work, because you allocated that space and time to sit with someone who knows something more than you, you end up learning something that you didn't know before. Okay? That's the whole point of having a mentor or a tutor or someone help teach you. If I never had someone mentor with this stuff, I never would have known how to do it. Clear as day. So you have your buy zone, your stop loss, your sell zone. Okay? Possibly rendering you 85% gains on IOST. So, and that's a call, stone cold call with a daily. You'll see you're going to start to see more daily charts coming out from me in the near future. Okay? I like this call on IOST, and I have a lot of money in it, and I put my money where my mouth is. So there you go. EGLD, I called it going to 98. This is my resistance line. Really probably should take some profits here. Look how far away we are from the 21-day moving average on the daily, but it is lacking. It is acting lateral. Looks like it wants to come up and kiss it. Similar to this area, we're probably like here, and the price was here, and they just kind of like they'll mesh together eventually. But it's further away when you look at it here on a more vertical scale, and that's always a great place to take some profits, especially very high on the stochastics and very high on the daily. So something to think about on EGLD. Right, we're up really, really high. Might be a nice time to sell, maybe 30%, 10%. You don't have to sell it all. Sell a little bit. Sell a little bit, gobble up some more later on, Just an idea for EGLD. Now, we got in around in the 20s. And again, let me show you what's going on with EGLD. I just want to show you, because anyone could say, oh, yeah, look at all the gains I made, and just be like, ooh. But why don't you teach people and show people how to make the gains themselves? And that's the idea of this channel. And so look, you put it in a bowl, and we just talked about the bowl. Put the bowl in half. Put a freaking V-line here if you have to. Cut the bowl in half. Visualize it. And then just start gobbling it up. 1, 2. It's usually about 3 buys you get. There's usually 2 or 3 buys you get. That's it. You get in those ranges when you're close to the bull. Set an alert. Make a bowl and then set an alert for the price. When the price hits your alert, make a box and set an alert in the box or something. Make a range. When price comes into your box, snatch it, And now, big level for EGLD. I'd be super surprised if we surpass this 98 level because it's my measured move target, and 9 out of 10 times, that tends to be it. But look, we have room on the Stokes to move up, and we have room here on the MACD that's not curving back down. 4 hour and the daily are both pretty spent, though. They're getting to their limits. EGLD was picked today as the chosen one. Hit my exact target. We talk about EGLD all the time, and I gave you guys this chart, and I'm going to show you. A lot of people can give you charts, right? But I tend to give you charts at the right times as well. Ocean popped. We gave you the ocean call. So the other night I went hard, and I posted a lot of charts later at night, and they were all my favorite bigger calls, I also post about EGLD all the time. So if you're wondering, why is EGLD going up? What's going on with EGLD? And it's well, I'm just talking about it all the time, man. All the time. So here's group charts and calls only. And this is where I really just go in hard on charts, right? ICX I'm posting. BLZ I'm posting. Algo. That chart, this went exactly as planned. This went exactly up 13%, hit that line. It was almost to a T. Hung out a little bit above it. XTZ posted, okay? An NIO chart posted, giving you your sell zone, your buy zone, your stop loss, and your percentage gains. A nano chart posted, ready to go for you. A Doge chart posted. We got a little pop out of that one. A KSM chart posted. This actually hit 118. Didn't go all the way, but went halfway. Made you a little something. And you could still stay in it. Here's my EGLD call. Going up to 98 out of the target from 64. 52% gains. And it was waiting there for you. And I gave you the call on February 2nd at 10:20 p.m. And it was sitting there. So if you want to know what's going on, if you want to take my calls, they're right here waiting for you in the chat. And I made multiple chat rooms. So some people said, I don't understand. I'm missing calls in the group. And I said, okay, I'm going to make Crypto Lifer group and group charts and calls only. And this is like, I made like 5 or 6 people, certain people that can post charts, and they're people that can post charts in the group. And yeah, and that's kind of how it rocks. And yeah, I predominantly post a lot more, but other people do end up getting in there. They make their, here's another call. Here's the ETH weekly. Time frame 3 to 5 months, but probably sooner. He's thinking we'll get to about 27. He's got 2,700. I think it's going to be a lot faster we get there. You know, like my call would be a way, you know, I'm saying 2,500 by St. Patrick's Day. So that's my call, not in 3 months. I'm saying it, but he did say probably sooner. So I'm just kind of giving you guys some of the calls, and look at this call, man. It's spot on, like spot mother effing on. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, a little spent on all time frames, but a little more room to go. Getting far away from the moving at the 21 on almost all time frames. We love to hit it. Look, anytime we were far away from the 21, came back. We'll probably come back. In my opinion, you'll be able to snatch yourself back in the 80s. I think this is a perfect sell right now for EGLD. Might have to unstake right now and snatch it out and make a sell. Okay. Esky, IOTX, please. Put the puppy in the basket. You can hear that? That's insane. Thoughts on Voyager exchange in the VGX coin? I think it's called BQX, right? Or BXQ or something, BQX. Let's take a look. I'm just showing you what coins are up today, though. Cake, 314, man. I told you Cake was that buy. I knew it. And Cake's about to do the next move, okay? So I just gave you EGLD. Now I'm going to give you Cake. And I'm telling you, people love Cake because Cake makes a lot of money. Let me show you what happened with Cake that I've been doing now. The second Cake came in, I've been a huge EGLD fan. Anything EGLD, like I'm on the EGLD fan club. Like they may be my #1 coin, man. And I'm telling you why. I learned a lot about them, and you can run them on a crappy computer. You can run the EGLD network without a lot of computing power. It makes it superior. It's taken sharding and a bunch of other futuristic applications that a lot of other coins don't even have or know about, and it's mastered them. EGLD has done something no other coin has. And for my research, and that's, you come here too, you come from my technical analysis, but you also come here from my research, man. A lot of people can flip up a chart and do TA, right? But what are they doing TA on, and where do they get these ideas, and what coins are they in? Like, I'm showing you how to build a profitable portfolio that will sustain, will make you a lot of money throughout this bull run. Like, that's the idea of this channel, right? That's the idea of what I'm doing. That's the idea of becoming a crypto lifer. We give you the full package. Some places are just full TA. They're just TA guys running tickers, right? Which I do, and I like having that part of my repertoire. It's cool. But it's more about showing you guys how to get busy, right? How to make that coin. How to get down personally for yourself and make that mulaka. Change the life. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. So when I flip my MetaMask to that Binance Smart Chain, baby, right? And you see that it tells me I have 496.4966 ETH, which I don't have because that would be millions of dollars. Okay, don't get too excited. But it says I do have it. And it goes up every day. This was like 36 last week. So here, we got Cake, and then once you get your Cake, you compound your Cake. It's a nice $10 I earn in like 24 hours. Look, Cake earning 145% right now. So I compound that Cake. We confirm that, and we run that. Spend a little coin, but the fees are cheap. It's worth it, man. It really is. And then you just compound your Cake, man. And now you earn more Cake because you're adding more Cake to the Cake stack. I also have an EGLD pool going. I've already earned 1.19 EGLD, and you saw it's $100. And I started this like 4 days ago. So another cake steak already earning me about like $110, $115. So this is unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. So we'll take a look at Smart Key. You're asking about Smart Key, right? Let's take a look at Smart Key. But here's another call for the channel, man. Cake. Cake going to 450. 485. Where's the target? Yeah, 480. We'll say 480 to be safe. Cake, baby. Doing its thing, man. Starting to break up out of the pattern. 4 hour does need to reset. Look for it to go possibly sideways or kind of do its thing. But I'm bullish on Cake, man. Bullish on Cake in the long term and the long run. You know, is getting away from that 21-day moving average here on the daily. Remember that. Just something to think about. But here it's really close. I think it'll catch up later on. I think it's going to still continue to run. Pawnage. Yeah, S Key, Smart Key. We'll take a look at Smart Key. Just pay attention, man. I'll get to your stuff, but look at this stuff. If you're not in Cake, if you don't know about Cake, I'm trying to give you a little heads up of what's about to crack a lack. And we got into Cake on this dip when it came right down here. Literally, right here, it touched 194. I got in at 209, 210, like right in this area. So already made about a 50% gain on that run. So not only did I buy Cake at 209 and stake it for EGLD, or stake it for more Cake actually, which made money on the Cake move, it also made money on the Cake going up 50%, right? So now that's doubled up. And then I went in for Cake at 69 cents and went into a reef stake, and I staked like 10,000 reef. So since I've been in Cake, it's produced me so many fun assets and so many different coins. I now have reef, EGLD, and more Cake to compound. It's just fun too to go and check your Cake and play with your MetaMask wallet and do all the things that are interesting, right? Please hit that like button, man. 23 people watching. At one point we had like 30 people watching. And it was pretty interesting. Let's take a look. Let's take a look back at what you're asking about here, which is Voyager is going to be big, man. Let's talk about Voyager for Levi 502. Let's talk about ILTX, and let's talk about Smart Key. Let's take a look at what Smart Key is. Smart Key wrapped in Ether on Uniswap. It's taken a bit of a dump, right? But seems like it's in the bottoming out period of this newer correction. Seems like it likes this level of correction here. Smart Key needs to break this level, right? That's obviously its next level of resistance that it just can't seem to hold up. But double bottom here now. Could be its next calling. Only thing I don't like is how that 4 hour needs to probably either double bottom or just reset altogether. We're going to see what happens here. Could it push it up out of the pattern, go sideways? There's a chance. There's still some room here on that Stoke. And we're getting a MACD cross. So we'll see. Can we break up out of here? I'd like to see that. If we do, it'd be interesting, to say the least. It could kind of start to build a picture that it's breaking into a new trend. I'd like to see a higher low, a higher high. Once we break this level here, it's probably on for the races, though. So look for Smart Key to get pretty big. It was pumped by BitBoy. Here's the BitBoy pump, obviously. Did its thing. Now it kind of is on a downtrend, right? I never got into Smart Key. I wanted to. He made it really sound really interesting, but I stayed away. I stayed away. Fees are high on Uniswap as well. That's why Cake is another great option. You're not spending you could even make more money on other stakes, but what happens when you have to get in and out of them and you have to spend a bunch of gas fees? What happens then? That's not the case with Cake. Cake's really, really working well. All right. So you wanted to look at... Yeah, so we looked at Self Key. It's all right. It's doing okay. Not my best call, but it looks like I told you the levels to watch out for. And if it breaks those levels, it could do some damage. It could do some damage. I would buy a lot of these coins on the dip today, like Storage, Matic. I'd take a little Matic nibble. You know, I'd be watching anything that's kind of doing its thing. It's just really coming down to that 21-day moving average. Going to reset eventually. These are great nibbles, in my opinion, for these coins that are very, very bullish that you may have missed out on, may have not got into. Ziliqua, nice little bullish pattern here forming. Look at this little wick. Kind of a wick down, came back up, forming a bull flag. I got a target up there of an 8.8. Seems like it can still get there. And then a bigger target here, still going up to 9. And once it breaks that, it's an all-time high. So Zilliqa still doing well. I wouldn't give up on it. It was a really, really good time to probably take a nibble on Zilliqa. Good time to take a nibble on Theta. Good time to take a nibble on INJ Injective. Good time to take a nibble on ENJ, right? Even ENJ is probably the best one to take a nibble on, in my opinion. Look at it, inverse head and shoulder. Starting to do its thing. Looking quite bullish to me, in my opinion. So that's Engine Coin. Look at the daily. About to rip on that. So Engine Coin looks really, really set to go on the daily. Raven Coin, another little sleeper coin. Does like to pump a lot. So watch out for Raven Coin to do some damage. These are just things I'm throwing out at you guys. I still like Nano in the buy box. Never change the call. Call's still exactly where it sits. So go to that chart. Look for my charts in the last 3 days. If you see something still in the buy box, it's still viable. It's viable until it leaves the buy box. So that's another thing I want to tell you. If I put it out 5 days ago, it's still in a buy box. It's still a viable trade. Okay. Will Bitcoin still go up, or will it retrace to 35K? Boy. Let's take a look at that. I want to do IOTX, and then we're going to take a look at bitty Bitcoin, right? Dogecoin pumping today up on 5, doing its thing. Left my buy box, now doing its thing, making a bit of a flag. We go to the 4 hour. That's a funny bowl, but that's a rounded bowl. Whenever you can round anything, it's pretty bullish. This is somewhat of this is consolidation, in my opinion. I like to buy consolidation. We talked about it numerous times here, so here's your chance to exercise it. Try it with 50 bucks. Put 10 bucks here, put another 10 bucks, put 10 bucks, put 10 bucks up here. I'm telling you, once you complete the end of the bowl, it rips. So this could be a consolidated bowl, and it looks like it is to me. So watch out, man. Doge forming a bit of a bullish nature. This is a bull pennant, bull flag, they call it even. And yes, it could come back down. Look, up, down, up, down, up. Could come back down. It's okay. Back to 4 or 5. As long as it holds this level and doesn't break this trend line, you're good. You're as good as gold. So Doge, man, looking pretty awesome in my opinion. IOTX, where are you? Let's look at GRT. You were talking about GRT at 86. I sold it at 83 around here. Missed that pump all the way to 105. Would have been great to sell it there. Coming back down. Now do we see it kind of retracing on a bigger level? There's a chance this thing had its run. I mean, you can see it ran up pretty well all the way from 26 to $1. Did a nice 4x. I wouldn't be surprised if it came back down to that 64 area for a nice gobble up. But we'll take a deeper dive into that maybe tomorrow morning or another time. Sushi, please, boss. Take a look at sushi for you. I just want to answer that Bitcoin question. I think Bitcoin's going to keep going up, but I did show you a possible retrace area for Bitcoin, and that was what, 37.5, 38,500. I don't see 35K in the cards, but they could wick us down there just to get some liquidations. That's a very big possibility. So Bitcoin went all the way to 40,100. Wow, it hit it. It hit it just now, recently. It went to 4,100. So we got to that high of 40,005. Then we went to another high. We were playing games. We would pump all the way to that 4,100 level. We got a little bit rejected there, but this is beautiful. We should just come and retest this 21-day moving average. I'm extremely bullish on Bitcoin. If you'd like to see, we talked about Bitcoin earlier. You can scroll further back and look for this shape in the position now, inside the chat or at inside the live stream. Here is my target here at $70,000 for Bitcoin. I am extremely bullish on Bitcoin. Sushi, man. Sushi doing its thing, man. Let's get into sushi. Sushi, one of my favorite holds. I got into sushi around $1. And been holding sushi ever since. Got it on Uniswap when it really when it like first came out. Heard Andre Konje was buying it. So I was like, I'll buy anything that guy buys. And it was that simple for me. Okay, it's forming this wedge here. Now, sushi was in a rising wedge. You can see it. Double bottom rising wedge, broke to the upside. Step 1, step 2, step 3. To me, it broke the parabola at this point, but still forming a beautiful trend to the upside, right? Something like this. Look for it to continue to wiggle down, but I think it's going to break up out of this flag, and I'm still extremely bullish on sushi. So is the entire market as DeFi continues to rock and roll. Look for sushi to get up to $22. 20 seems to be that mark for all DeFi coins. Uni's going to get there. It looks like Unify is going to get there. Why would you say Litecoin and ETH seem to have such parity? Litecoin runs at 10 PC seemingly always of ETH. Why do you think? I'll explain why. Because they move together in market cap. and they move with Bitcoin. They move more in tandem with Bitcoin than other coins. When Bitcoin moves up, within 10 to 12 hours, you're going to see ETH move up. And then with 10 to 12 hours from ETH, you're going to see Litecoin move up. It's just the movement of things in that larger, bigger market cap. When things have such a big market cap of that nature, they tend to move, and they follow Bitcoin. I mean, they're also the first 3 coins that ever came out. They're the only 3 coins on PayPal right now. So in respect, they're giving that respect, So yeah. But no, answer to both questions. I don't see 35K. I think we could retrace here off 38.9, maybe a low at 38.6, 38.5. I do not want to see us break back into this pattern. Okay, so what I'm going to show you here with my yellow lines is, so Bitcoin is breaking to the upside. We could come down and retrace. That's fine. I don't want to come in here. We come in here, that's not a good thing. That's bearish. Those are bearish tones. And if we break this line, that means this whole scenario is ruined and my targets are out the window. We want to see is maybe a retest, which is fine, and then we begin to make our move to the upside. We could maybe even do a flag like we see and then continue our move to the upside. And that's all healthy patterns that we want to see. This is the healthy pattern that we're looking for. Okay. Yeah, take a nibble on these big moves, but look at BNB, man. And my target for BNB was up here at 64. We far surpassed that. And we even did a bit of a retrace. Looked like we hit 75, came back down. We're about to kiss the 21-day moving average. Far away from it on that 4-hour, though, right? And as I show you, man, whenever you're far away from those moving averages, usually a nice time to take a nibble of the profit. Like so. Especially Sunday might be a little slower. Then we'll have some volatile Mondays. Pointing down on those Stokes. Getting high on the MACD. And we're overbought on the 4-hour. Just something to think about. We're getting there too on the daily for BNB coin. It's had a bit of a run. Just something to think about. Pamp it, baby. Pamp it. BNB coin. Shout out to Jose Valverde, Patricio. Shout out to everyone here. Roman, Hamza, Boy, Ponzi. Smaller group today, but I still love y'all. What's going on, everybody out there? The Future Capitalist, Levi 502, Crypto Cody, Douglas Novak, Jesse B, Giridish Sakar, Crypto Cody. Nice trade on ETH there, buddy. Stone 1 YGM, my man. Jesse B. Let's take a look at DXY as I went back and saw what you said. Zach Rios, St. Elmo, my dude. Dad Trades Daycare. Hadouken AM, my man. Arati, XIP Musa in the house. Eddie DC. Can't have a show without Eddie DC, man. Come on. Every single person who's here on the live stream. Russian Shooter, my man. The Force. Pamp it, baby. Pamp it. Lynn. Thank you so much, Lynn, for everything you do and all the light you bring into the channel. Jesse B, Levi 502, and everybody here. Thank you guys so much for joining in to the live stream. I really, really appreciate it. What do you want me to pamp, man? What do you want me to pamp? What do you want to pamp? Let's pamp it. BZRX, man, take a nibble. Just things to think about. Things to think about. These are big moves. Haven't really even began yet. Wait till the bull run begins and we end up way up in here for many of these coins. If you took a 1-month nap and you came back, I don't think you'd be surprised at the board. I think you would be surprised at the board. You'd be like, are these the same? You see a 20-cent Doge. Yeah, what? How is this possible? EGLD really battling my level here. If it breaks it, I'm going to be flabbergasted. It looks like it wants to, and the reason why I say that is because it's my old ideas here. Look. Starting to make that flag, right, on these levels. And when it's flagging here on the 1 hour, which is really where you want to see the flag, it tells you that something's brewing. Something's seriously brewing here. And it looks like it wants more. So EGLD, man, don't sleep on this coin because it's up so much. A lot of people get afraid when a coin's up so much. But look, it had a beautiful level of accumulation here. Especially on that 1 hour. If we boom it up, you can see it formed a nice bowl. Bit of a diamond pattern even. That will move to the upside. Qtum, LTC, ETH, Bitcoin Cash, and BAT. So those are the plays, man. Those are the plays. He just gave us, he gave us the clues, the keys to the city, man. I'm telling you. When he gives you the keys to the city, you should take them. So, Litecoin, PAMPING. Yeah, you can see, look, it's forming a beautiful flag. Wants more. Let's check those dailies. Usually when he tells me something's PAMPING, a little high on the daily. 3-day ready to rip, though. 3-day gives you more of an indication of what's going to happen in the next 9, 10, 12, 14 days. And so this tells you if you hold Litecoin for the next 2 weeks, you're going to be a happy man when it's at about $250 a coin. So look out for Litecoin to continue its rip. That 3 days looking good. See how I'm expanding my time frames as the bull run really gets into fruition, because I don't have to get so nitty gritty with my times now. Now I can let things roll. I can let my investments play out. And I can watch them on a larger time frame. Okay, let's take a look at Qtum. I think we looked at Qtum earlier. Let's take a look at Qtum though. Bitcoin Cash, I talk about that a lot. How it follows Bitcoin. It's like a nice play. Bitcoin goes up 10%. Bitcoin Cash is going to go up 30%. It's smaller and still gets the pump and has the name. Right now on the 3-day, it looks beautiful as well. Look at that. Jose, are you looking at the 3-day, man? I like that LTC target. Look nice, doesn't it? Beautiful. But Jose, let me know. It looks like you're looking at the 3-day because these all look absolutely glorious. Let's look at Jose's. Jose sat with me and taught me what he does. The future master, he uses Trend Watch here. And it literally tells you where to buy and where to put your stop loss. So it's like, get in here, or here's the B, but you can get in anywhere between the B and the blue line. It's really saying, and unbelievable. Let's take a look at it on the daily. And you see when this yellow line crosses and when this line turns green, or see how it's like a darker orange, now it's like a beige. And so you buy when this line turns the color right there. See that? And it gives you buys, and it's giving you a B buy right here now. Look, see the B? The B's coming in right now on Bitcoin Cash. So the indicator is coming in right now. See it? That's the B right there. That's the B right there. And it's starting your stop loss line right there. It's beginning to show you positioning and pivots, We'll see what happens. I think it's going to raise it up a little bit. There's a lot of other stuff going on behind the scenes here. But yeah, there's your B buy. It's bouncing on the 50 MA daily. Yep. Yeah, so if I brought my other indicators on there and flipped it, we will see that it's bouncing on the daily on the 50-day. So let's take a look. So this is how my man, we could go $100 in a futures trade for like 8 or 10x leverage on Bitcoin Cash at 471. And we want to get up to back to 600 really, where we could close the trade, or even further. We could ride it all the way, honestly, from where it really wants to end up. But this thing also draws the trend lines for you. See, this what's called trend lines. It draws the trend line for you. So look, it put Bitcoin Cash inside of the pyramid. See it? Basically showed you two trend lines. About to break out. Gave you the B. Gave you the stop loss below the trend line. Showed you the whole scenario. Really what I do, but it's automatic. It's giving you automatic. And what I mean is it's like buy zone. You know how I've been showing you guys, basically, my newer charts. Buy zone, sell zone, right? And then stop loss. And I would have sat and drawn this pyramid just the same, right? And so this thing is just doing it for you. You see what I'm saying? Just doing the stuff for you. It's giving you your buy zone, giving you your stop loss. You can come up with the target, But what a great indicator, right? So that's Bitcoin Cash. We take care of that. He went over that for us. Let's take a look at ETH. Let's take a look at BAD. Basic attention token is about to fly. It's been consolidating for a long time, finally broke that 30 area, and now it really wants more. And it really has been kind of doing its own thing compared to the rest of the market. Hasn't done a 10x, 5x, none of these huge X's for basic attention tokens. So just want to kind of run that by all your guys' radar. BAT, right? Let's take a look at what we see here. Let's see what he sees. Daily looks okay, 3-day. Buy was down here, still doing its thing. This to me is a little, could be making a cup and handle. Let me give him my own analysis here, and then we'll come back to his and see what goes on. I need to see my own basis of support and resistance here. Forming that cup, moving its way up out of the cup. Would like to see somewhat of a handle. Let's see the 4 hour. Okay, cup and handle, right? Already, we see it right there. There's a small cup and handle, and there's a giant cup and handle almost. So look at the size of this cup for basic attention token. The bigger the cup, the bigger the fly out, right? That means the longer the accumulation went on, and the more people are in it, the more money wants to blow to the upside. Boom, boom, boom. You can even put this in here. We could have called this the handle. Feels like it formed this little handle here. But yeah, this is on its way, man. It breaks 36, 37 level, continuing to rip to the upside. It's also on Coinbase. Remember that. It can be easily accessible by the average guy. I'm using the Brave browser right now. Right now, I'm using it to block ads and do other things. The music would probably get interrupted by ads if I didn't have it on, like stuff like that. So this is a really unbelievable utility, basic attention token. Look for it to do amazing things. Let's look at it on that 3-day. Does the 3-day also look promising? No, it's not as beautiful as the other ones. It's a little up to the upside. The daily also doesn't look as good. So from what we just saw, Qtum looks great. Litecoin, basic Bitcoin Cash looks great. Basic attention token's a little on the high side. The 3 days are awesome. Daily, weekly, and 3 days. Yeah, man, that's all you need is the daily, the weekly, and the 3-day chart. Daily, 3-day, and the weekly. Honestly, this is what you want in a bull run, because without it, you're not going to see through the trees. Like, look, if we go to the weekly, it's in the giant bowl. It's in the giant bowl of accumulation, and it wants more. Once this thing breaks 50, it's gone to the moon. See, basic attention token to $6 coin at one point. It could easily 20x, 10x to 350. So be careful, man. Don't sleep on these things. You really can't. Abe back to 478 playing games. If you look at it on the weekly, though, look at it on the weekly. Destroying the game. There wasn't a week you really had to worry about it. In at 31. On October 26th. So you bought this on Halloween. 1,900% gains coming. 1,600%. 1,700% came. Weekly Stoke forming a W cup. Unbelievable, man. Let's take a look at Bitcoin right now. 4,005. 35 minutes ago, some news coming in about Tether. Let's take a look. Some other news here. 43 minutes. This is some of the newest news, so I want to give it to you since you guys spent time with me. Then you can leave this channel and kind of know what's going on in the crypto market that just happened to. These are 1 hour articles, 2 hour articles. These are new things that are just coming in to the crypto space. That's why you pay for the pro version of the trading view here, right? OKX to integrate Bitcoin Lightning Network for more sufficient transactions. OKX is aiming at low transaction cost and promptitude. Pretty interesting. Bitcoin SV price analysis, 06 of February. Bitcoin SV, we're all right. Ethereum's 2.0 science is not good, says Cardano's Charles Hawkinson. We went over this. We've chosen a radically different scaling models. It's funny, they watched the same video I wrote and just peeled out this stuff and made an article about it. So, like, you can't believe all this stuff. But ETH 2.0 has been working to shift its consensus protocol to proof of stake. It aims to make Ethereum more scalable and get a higher number of transactions per second on the network. But according to Hodgson's, ETH has put itself in a position where they're betting on optimistic 2K rollups and these other things. It said in the said interview, Hawkinson compares it with scaling Cardano, claiming that the latter could easily increase transactions per second, while talking about Cardano's scaling model. We've chosen radically different scaling models, and actually I think both of them have potential working, but I think Vitalik are a little bit riskier from an engineering and research point of view. This is why it's so difficult for them to get ETH 2.0 out. They have chosen to shard all that stuff. We don't have to shard. We can get 1,000 TPS on the base level, and adding Hydra, we can get to whatever we want. Because of UTXO, Cardano is much easier to shard. The science is not good yet. There are a lot of trade-offs. They go from a half to a third Byzantine fault tolerance, and there are via blue problems, and there are other kinds of new attacks that probably are going to occur. So it's much more complex under the hood. And it's not clear to me how much more complex system is going to result in that much higher throughput and scalability. I still am so bullish on Ethereum, and I really don't think it would matter for the price of the speculation. It's more of like a high-end idea in 5 to 6 years to come. One thing is, though, Ethereum's ready to go now. Will all the builds that Cardano makes take too long? And by the time they finish, will it have been sailed already? Can you check OXT, Mana, and Ren? Let's take a look at those. Nigeria youths are unfazed by the country's new Bitcoin ban. Yeah, they don't care. They don't care, man. They're going to find a way to buy Bitcoin. You can't stop it. Bitcoin's price and how US-Asia trading sessions affect it. Interesting. Unlike the stock market, Bitcoin and larger market trade 24 hours a day. However, while investors can trade at any time, the price action isn't equal or uniform at all times of the day. There are periods of high volatility followed by little or no. This process takes place every day, forming a cycle. Identifying these zones, periods of time, ranges can assist in creating a trading strategy that could yield higher returns or mitigate risk. Consider this. A popular belief in the ecosystem is that Asian trading zone is usually bearish and the US trading zone is bullish. It's true. They love to sell on us. We've seen it all the time. It's not every day we get to long Asia hours and dump on Americans. Kind of funny that this Asia dump has become a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, and now we all just front-run their dump by selling first. Isn't that funny? Now, before getting into the amenitive of crypto Twitter's US pump Asia's dump belief, let's try to understand the trading zones. It's separated into 3 trading activity sessions: the Asian, the European, and the North American. These names are used interchangeably as the 3 cities represent major financial centers for each region. The markets are more active when these 3 powerhouses are conducting business as most banks and corporations in their respective regions make their day-to-day transactions. There is also a greater concentration of speculators online. So the lull period ranges between 20 GMT and 22 GMT. So that is like 8 o'clock at night to 10 o'clock at night, GMT period. So that would be 3 to 5 Eastern time, right? Because that would be 15, which would be 3 o'clock, to 17, right? Which would be 5 o'clock. So 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. GameStop enough. The world needs true decentralization. It's true, man. With Web 3.0, users will not only own their own data, but they will also be able to own and govern the platform their data is generated from. Bitcoin price climbing towards 50K. Money. Monero Algo Verge price analysis of 06. Algo. Price recovered from a minor correction to all-time writiness as the bulls target 85 resistance once again. Algo's bullish cycle coupled with an uptick in the 24-hour trading volumes made a strong case for a rise towards its local high. Yeah, look at Algo though, what I think Algo's going to do. USD Treasury Tether prints another 500 million USD as Bitcoin price breaks 40K. Boom, there it is, whale alert. I'm following him, so yeah, I see all this stuff. Link transferred to an unknown wallet. HUSD burned at the incinerator. That's a good thing, right? Anytime we see any coin burn, it's got to be good. BUSD transferred Pack Treasury to a wallet. Treasury to a wallet. More packs coming in. More BUSD coming in. $17 million transferred to Huobi an hour ago. I think Bitcoin's getting pumped today hard into the night. I don't know, but long Doge just feels right. Fully expecting to get bamboozled on this one, but it doesn't look half bad, so why not? He's actually right though, right? I have the same trade, and it's like, hey man, probably won't have. It's just funny when you trade Doge. You feel strange even when the TA is right. This guy taught me everything I know. Jacob Canefield, man. Dodge hourly breakout here. Let's see if we can get any follow-up. Funny. But Jacob taught me a lot. He taught me everything, right? A lot of came from my own life, but he was my first real mentor in the game, man. Took me under his wing. I would be nowhere without Jacob. I give it to him, man. I give it to him. What about a few quid on Naked just for a laugh? A few quid on Naked. Two hours from now. All right, I'm out of here, guys. I'll look at Mana for Jesse because he's my man, and I love him. Let's take a look at Mana. Mana USD. Wow, it broke out on. We're looking at the weekly, but it looks like it's moving right now. I think we gave this trade. I probably drew this, and we were down here, and whenever I put something up like there, I must have made this trade. So I said, hey, watch this pattern trade it up. Pattern traded up. So it did exactly what we said. Pattern trade up, down, trade it back up. You know, hit the top of the pattern. It either has to break out or come back down. So if you see it not break out and close a candle above 25, you know, in the next 6, 7, 8 hours, it's probably going to come back down here to the bottom of the pattern at 17.9. So there you go. What about a few quid on Naked just for a laugh? It's a WSB shirt for Monday. Wall Street Bet shirt for Monday. Pretty cool. Now you wanted to look at OXT. I like me OXT, man. That thing's made me a lot of money. I just keep like going back in and out of it. Like, cause I don't care about it. I don't think about it that a lot. Just when it's up, I sell it. Then I buy it and hold it for months at a time. And then when it's up, I sell it. Like I just kind of, it's like my little play, and it's been working out amazingly. Like way better than I thought, because I didn't care about it. I wasn't even paying attention. And it's never thought that an investment I didn't even want to pay attention to ended up being a great one. Look, huge double bottom here, broken up to the target of the double bottom pretty much, got rejected. Looks like it's bouncing here off the support, and it could come all the way back down to 35. It gets pumped by the Portnoy boys. I feel like, you know, it does its thing, but it's resetting on that 8 hour. 4 hour has a really good look, and daily needs to come back down though. So looks like we'll get a little more pump on the 4 hour, but then the daily will take over, form a bit of a flag, and then we'll move on. No, ICA looks like it hit bottom, is ready to go. I love ICX, man. ICX is rock solid. Let's take a look at Ren. I'm getting a little tired, so I'm running low on energy here. We take a look at Ren here. Bit of a cup and handle. Hit the target of the cup and handle. My target was here. Also of this wedge that I drew on the 4 hour. Yeah, something like that. See? So we thought we could get up here to about 89. Oh no, 88. Which we did. We even peaked up above it to 98. We got rejected. We're hitting the 21-day moving average though, and we're good on the 4 hour. I think this is going to break out. Looks hot right now. If you just play the 4 hour for what it is, not too shabby, right? Not too shabby on that 4 hour. 42% gains on Ren, man. Yeah, I think that's going to go well. Let's take a look at ICX. Let's take a look at the daily for Ren right before. Daily's a little hot on Ren, so remember that. Could just go sideways. I think we'll get a little pop on that 4 hour, but then that daily's going to take over. Just remember that. I don't trade against the oscillators. Unless I'm trading long term, I flip it to the weekly and I let it run, you know? That's what I'm saying. So you do what works for you, you know, but make sure the time frame you're in also coincides with your plan. That's important, right? ICX. I love me some ICX, and look, it's coiling up here. Only a matter of time now. I got the buy zone set up for you. I got your stop loss, and I got the sell zone way up at $1.48. 81% gains, even more actually. We bring this back down. 82% gains out of ICX. I'm calling it for you here live. You know I'm giving it to you live. Here's my call for ICX. Boom, ba boom. Doing its thing, man. It's kind of hasn't done huge, big moves like the rest of them. It's got to start making some big money moves. So ICX, man, here's my plan. That rounded bowl. It's in the cup and handle. It's one of the few that's like still in the cup and handle, in my opinion. A lot of them already broke out. This one still is ready to go. So if you've missed the cup and handle, you want to know what it feels like to ride on a cup and handle. Here's your chance, man. ICX is coiling up, running out of room. The buy zone is presenting itself to you. Again, don't do anything I do on this channel. None of this is financial advice. This is for speculation and entertainment purposes only. ICX does look great. Hard did its thing. Broke out of the cup and handle that we showed you. 68% gains out of hard and more. Now it's back down right below the target. But there you go, man. We gave this trade. We talked about hard, and we drew this cup and handle, and we showed you the target. If a target's drawn, that means I drew it when we were down here. You know? Boom. That happened in a mere couple, maybe in a day and a half. You know? Yeah. 2 days, 8 hours. Hard, baby, hard. Graph going back to 88, pumping. So now we're getting a little bit of a pump here. Interesting. Dominance doesn't seem to be affecting these alts too bad. 62, so yeah, look at dominance just fell. Look at that. Dominance just had a nasty red candle. Can that extend itself back all the way down to, are we here? This could be a good sign here. Look at this, rejected at the top of the pattern. I think this is huge for alts now. Look at this. Dominance could come all the way back down to 60. So huge news, guys. Dominance just getting rejected by the trend line. Wake up, wake up. Huge news. Dominance getting rejected by the trend line. This is a big deal. Watch the alts fly. Looks like they're going to get back into position. Pretty interesting. Look, Algo just popped from 74 back to 80. Wow, we're seeing a huge move back in the altcoins right now. My indicator too, my front running indicator is Aave. And Aave on the 4 hours touching the 21-day moving average and starting to make its move back on up. So look for Aave to do its thing. Is forming this new channel here. Let's see how long it respects it. Is this might form another double bottom before it starts to really rip, but I can give you Aave's next target. Getting a little bit of regenerated here by these moves. $733 Aave on its way, man. On its way. So yeah, you might be lucky and get it down on the low right there. Another 73% gains coming out of Aave, and you may be lucky to get it here. $1,000 coin. Looks like it's going to be a $2,000, $3,000 coin. Looks like Aave wants to be on some next level business, but Aave, baby, Aave. Just broke 300. Now it broke 500. Now it just wants to eat. It wants to eat. Band holding these funny levels. Look at it broke out here of this pennant. Broke back down into the pennant. So now what you have to do, whenever this happens, you want to just extend the pennant. You want to just extend the pennant like this and act like it never ever left the pennant. Just forget this area. Erase it out of your mind. And look, it's wedging up. It's ready to go. Band wants more. Target for Band is 1641. Coming at you for Band. I want to throw Adam in the mix. Adam at 1184. Adam's looking a little more stronger than Band. Forming that weird little flag action. We'll see what happens. Does have to kiss the 21. Maybe we'll kiss right around here. Finally forming new levels though. Went right to the target that I had at 1290. Flew right by it to 1360. Unbelievable. So Adam doing big things as well. All right, guys, what a great show. I'm going to wrap it up for the day. ADA taking off. Let's take a look at ADA taking off as we end the show. That'd be just nice. Yeah, 55, doing its thing. Look, here's the target. I gave you this target. ADA all the way up to 55. I gave you this target when it formed this falling wedge. I went into a smaller time frame, said, get down in there, baby. I don't know how much more I could do, guys. I feel like I work for you guys 24/7. I give you every single thought I have. Every move I've made. I've been in ADA since 8 cents. There's not much more I can do for myself. 7x in my money and continuing, you know. So I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here with me every single day, kicking it live on the live stream. It means the world. Please hit those likes. Get those likes up if you can, as high as you can, high to the sky. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, you're already doing the right thing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. Crypto is life. There's nothing else. Peace out. I love y'all. Put in the work, man. Put in the work. And you'll see your wallet grow. But you must put in the work.